Back in my mode. For sure, we in here. We lit like a big in it big. Yeah. You know what it is, man. Once again for the Memphis 10 and the win. You did. It's your boy Ed Memphis keeping it pimping. This is the A and Main podcast featuring your boy Ed Memphis. Special guest today, none other than my guy, Freaky Ty. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on?
Ty Key Wilson. You know what I'm saying? My guys of mine got coaching experience and scouting experience, and when it comes to football, you can't out talk him on that. You know what I'm saying? In sports period, but especially football, this man expertise. This man scouted for UCLA. This man scouted and worked with Ole Miss. This man worked with some of the most powerful programs all over the country, man. So yeah, we're gonna talk it up today, but we're gonna start out first on this first topic, which of course is the Grizzlies having a tough week this past week. It got blew out by the Lakers this past week, man. Down there 30 points with 94 to 112 or something like 122 or something like that. LeBron went ham. You know, of course, what was going crazy on Twitter was how AD did Jaren Jackson Jr. Or as I affectionately call him, Trip Spice. You know, you know what I'm saying? So, what's your thoughts on that, on Jaren? Because the perception of him is being, because you know what's crazy is AD ain't even no tough guy. AD ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we be saying on Twitter, we call him A Disney.
Yeah.
You know, and you get poked out by A Disney, you know, it's just tough times ahead look like for the Grizzlies. What you think, man?
Yeah, with the Grizzlies, it's some tough times, especially suffering another injury, and it just added on to the injuries they already got and the players they already have out. But man, Jaren Jackson, they're gonna have to just step up more. Like you need more. Like what he been doing ain't enough. He need to do more. But man, it's tough. I know they praying for Javon to get back. Just praying.
Man, but you know the crazy thing is gonna never be too late by then. Cause you 5-20 when he get back, shit. You know the West is tough. You know what I mean? And they ain't let you know. It's like it's a bunch of cars on the highway doing 100 miles. They ain't finna let your ass get in out the Mercy lane. You gonna have to jump out there. You know they ain't finna just slow down and let you get in back on traffic. You know you done pull it over to the Mercy lane. You gonna have to jump back out there at the right time. You gonna have to jump out there. So that's the same thing with them. You know they gonna have to figure that shit out. Or else start looking at the lottery, because that's what it's looking like with Marcus Smart, as you mentioned with the injury, the latest injury news with Marcus Smart being out for 3 to 5 weeks with the ankle injury. You know, it's crazy because they were just saying that he was just supposed to miss the back-to-backs this weekend, which is the game tonight here in a minute at 7 o'clock, and then the game tomorrow versus the Celtics back here in Memphis. They were supposed to just miss. Marcus Smart was supposed to miss just those 2 games, according to what Taylor Jenkins had just said yesterday in the press conference. An hour later, after the press conference, the Grizzlies said, "Oh man, he gonna be out. Actually, instead of 2 games this weekend, he gonna be out for the next 3 to 5 weeks, which in Grizzlies time, that's really 2 months.
Yeah,
because they when they put you out, when they have you out, if you out for 3 to 5 weeks, you end up being out for 6 weeks. They gonna hold you as long as possible. They oversit guys too much. They rest guys too much. That's been an indictment on them for so long. So of course they gonna be over precautious with him, especially with somebody who has an injury history. He's prone, as they say. You know, Marcus Smart, great guy. I know he's done some charity stuff in the community this past week. He did a bowling tournament. I know he's done like 4 or 5 different events since since he's been here in a couple of months. He only been like 2 months, and he's done already like 4 different charity events. So I salute you as a man. But as far as the game, I ain't gonna lie, that shit lame, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you was already struggling badly, especially defensively, when you were out there. Now you injured again. You started out the preseason injured. You didn't get to play in the preseason because you had abdominal soreness. Whatever that was, to me, that's a high mileage injury. That's a nigga with a high mileage body, if you ask me. Then you got an abdominal injury, you 29 years old, talking about your abdomen sore. It ain't injured, it's sore. You sore at 29 years old, and you've been sitting around all summer recovering from your last injury. You probably been working out, but even doing that, too crazy, just staying in shape, and you was already sore after 1 week of training camp. You had to sit out the whole preseason. The signs is already there. That's why Boston got rid of them. Boston had a clearance sale. They got rid of all their spare parts. They ain't want all. They traded out 3 players this summer. Robert Williams, aka Time Lord, sent him to Portland. Yeah. In the Drew Holiday trade, they traded Malcolm Brogdon in the same trade. He out there too at Portland. And they traded earlier this summer Marcus Smart to us for to get Porzingis. And what do all 3 of them guys got in common? They all injury prone. You know what I'm saying? All 3 of them injury prone. Been injury prone. Robert Williams out already for the season. Man played 1 game, we out for the season. Marcus Smart, you out for damn near half of the season with this injury. So I'm inclined to think like you said. I think and you got to realize this too. Boston don't make no damn trades unless they trying to get over. Yeah. Boston come to win. They come with they dick out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Plus. Yeah, championship plus. They ain't making no moves. Just make no move. So if they come calling, they willing to make the trade. You better think twice. Hold on. Somebody finna fuck over now. Somebody finna win. Now, I don't like this. Them niggas said okay a little too fast. You look this deal on some more. If Boston jumped to agree to a deal, this is the crazy part of it. Boston was desperate because they were trying to get the Porzingis deal done. We ended up giving in to them like we were desperate in the trade, even though they were the ones desperate. They needed the Porzingis deal. But we were that desperate to get Marcus Smart because Marcus Smart had been on the Grizzlies' target list for the past 2-3 years now. So they've been wanting Marcus Smart, and that opportunity finally came for them to get him. So they jumped on it. Problem is you jumped on it too late. Because now he's spare good. Marcus Smart is a Hellcat with 300-some thousand miles on him. Yeah, it's a Hellcat, but that bitch got 300-some thousand miles on him.
Any minute.
You know what I'm saying? At any minute. That motherfucker squeaking there and everything. It look good. It'll still get up. But that 300,000 in, that motherfucker, the axle squeaking and all type of shit, you hit the block. So, I'm really just, I don't know. I think and as far as the Grizzlies, the short-term future, it's tough. The crazy part is they don't want to play GG. They don't want to play GG. So they want to send him to the G League down there with the babies. But he down there averaging 23 on 50% shooting, 42% from the 3. They don't want to play him at all, but they want to play LaRavia. Then I'm looking at, what's so funny? Cam Reddish. LaRavia make like $3 million or something this year. Cam Reddish is second, number 2 in the league in deflections. He just started playing. Just really got into their rotation with them. And Cam Reddish is already number 2 in the league in deflections. He made $2 million a year. They just got him off free agents. So I don't know what else y'all want us to do, in terms of you got fans to say, oh, y'all need to be patient. Y'all too negative. Y'all always looking at the bad side. Motherfucker, what you mean? What's positive about being 2-9 and looking like it's getting worse? Because since you lost your last game, you just lost Marcus Smart. So now the only point guard you got is Jacob Gilliam. He's 5'8", bro. He's 5'8".
They're gonna have a field day with him, big point guard.
What? He played against who was that last game? Every time they saw him, D'Angelo and Austin Reed were trying to post him up. Let me get the ball. And Jacob Gilliam, don't get me twisted. He's a good player. He's actually a solid player. He's actually he can make some nice plays. But he's 5'8". You know what I'm saying? Get all the way the fuck out of here. So I don't know what y'all want me to do. Y'all want Ed to sit patient, be nice, and say positive things. Shout out to Sean Coleman. You know, that's Sean's job. I can't be Sean. It's Sean's job to go find the positive stats. Be Stat Coleman. I'm not Sean Coleman. I'm going to let Sean be Sean. I'm going to be Ed. Somebody got to be the bad guy. That's the reality. You know what I'm saying? In every community, somebody got to be the bad guy. Whether you want it or not. Motherfucker can't be the good guy if you ain't willing to be the bad guy. Somebody got to do it. So I figure, why not me? You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
Right. Ain't nobody else willing to bear the bad news. Why not I? You know? I don't think it was in the cards for me to be king of the good guys. I could be Mufasa. So I'll take being Scar. I like Scar. You know what I'm saying? I understand Scar. This little nigga came out of nowhere. I've been in this kingdom for years. And you mean tell me if something happened to you, this little nigga just get it just because? Nah, I don't like that. So, bro, I love you, bro. But I got to get rid of you and him. Because I feel like I can do better. So, you know, I don't know, man. It just come to the state of the team. I ain't got nothing positive to say. I'm going to continue to be Scar. You know what I'm saying? Niggas better get it how they live. You know, when Scar was with the king, one vote was the kingdom was dry. Was dry.
Starving.
Yeah. And you ain't with the clique. You know what I'm saying? Hey, survive a little bit. We ain't spreading the wealth around. Motherfucker giving motherfuckers something just because. Shit, Scar made motherfucker earn they keep. Yeah. You gotta get down or lay down. I respect Scar. You got a bunch of motherfuckers around there dead, pulling dead weight. So, yeah, man, I'll be Scar. I'm cool with that, you know? And I ain't got to take Mufasa out. I can still exist as Scar. I'm like, I ain't cool with that. So, y'all want me to be bad guy? Hey, man, somebody got to do it. I might as well look good doing it. So, I'm just, you know, that's my whole thing on the Grizzlies this week. Short-term wise, I think they're going to have to definitely punt possibly on this season. Because, I mean, you can fight. I get it. Shout out to Ant. I give Ant made a great point. You should want to win as many games as possible to develop them winning habits as much as you can for the guys that you are going to keep on the team for the future, right? You build as much as you can build with what you got. But sometimes you have to take two steps back. Take a step back to take two steps forward. That's just the reality, you know? So both of those things are right. I'm not saying, I am saying you are right, Ant. But I'm also right in mentioning the fact sometimes you got to take one step back and take two steps forward. You get a pick in this draft. You hope somebody else values the pick. If you ain't getting Donovan Clingan or something, or some people want Alexander Sarr, then you trade the pick. I say go get Cat in the Hat. The reason why I say go get Cat, because Cat allows them to play center. Cat plays center, so he allows you to drop back. He's a drop coverage defender, so he allows Jaren Jackson to go back to being power forward, which is his natural position anyway. So Cat allows Jaren Jackson to get back to being that power forward. He can go back to help defense and blocks and chasing blocks. Y'all like to call him the block panther. I like to call him the block chaser. You know, so he can go back to being a block chaser or whatever. Stocks. Cat is a natural drop coverage defender. That's what he wants to play naturally, and that's what Jaren don't want to play. So it's the perfect combination. Plus, Cat is arguably the greatest shooting big man of all time. So he don't clog up the inside, which allows your point guard, who is a top 5 paint scorer in the league, it clears the paint out to allow him to operate. Because you got two bigs who can step outside and allow your point guard all the space in the world to operate.